I took a trip to Walt Disney World at the end of September, 5 days in a row, park hopping. This is the review that you need to watch, so you do not do that as well. And you'll find out why throughout this video. We're not gonna start on the arrival day. We're going to start 60 days in advance when you are allowed to make dining reservations, which, if you care about that stuff, is vital that you do it 60 days in advance. If you do it the week before, everything's gonna be booked. You're not gonna be able to get a reservation. So you need to do it. That's what I did. I literally stayed up until 3 a.m. in the morning thinking we're probably gonna be like, here, so I'm gonna put a dining reservation for this one, this character dining reservation. I'm gonna make sure it's character dining because those gotta be the most fun. So what I did, I knew we were doing park hoppers. So I was like, if we were going to the Magical Kingdom, I was like, all right, we have a reservation for lunch, Magical Kingdom, and then we're going later on in the day, we got lunch at Hollywood Studio. Like I changed it. Like this was 60 days in advance. So there I was at 3 a.m. thinking, oh man, I gotta go to bed. But now I'm so excited. And now I'm like, oh man, and this isn't happening for 2 months. So every day I went to work and I was like, I just want to be at Disney already. I didn't know how to work anymore. Maybe don't be as extensive as what I did. And I kind of went overboard with the dining reservations, but I was so excited. I've never done the character dining, so I was like, I want to get in all of them. I'm meeting all the princesses. I met the Beasts. We met the Winnie and friends. Definitely won't be doing it again. It's all Disney trips, all planned out where we're going to eat and stuff. So yeah, I planned our routes and stuff, but that doesn't mean like we're, it was kind of a loose route. Like I had no idea what rides we were going to go on first, but I guesstimated. It's September 19th and we arrive at our hotel. I went and stayed at the Grand Floridian, which is a 5-star hotel, super nice and classy. You took a golf cart to our room every single night, so it's great because after a long day at Disney, you kind of want to stop walking after that. The Grand Floridian is connected to the Magical Kingdom. So I planned for day 1 and I planned also for being jet lagged because we're coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. So I was like, we might be a little jet lagged, but I'm not going to care. It's going to be Disney. We're going to have that Disney adrenaline, right? False. I was like, all right, it's the closest park. It's literally connected. It's apparently in walking distance. I never tested that out because they were all like, it's just a 10-minute walk. But I'm like, there's water. There's no way I don't know if it was a 10-minute walk. I never tested it out, but that's what they kept telling me. I didn't believe it. If you can take the monorail, from your hotel, it is the fastest way to get there because you don't have to go through security at the park. And security at the park had the longest lines always. But the monorail security, like there might have been a couple people in front of you, And then of course you need to wait for the monorail, but minuscule timing compared to waiting in the security lines at the actual parks. I went for this trip for my birthday. My birthday is at the end of September. We get to the hotel and the hopper tells me to answer the phone. And it's Goofy singing happy birthday. Why did I think that I could do a Goofy impression? Can I? Gorge. No, we're done with that. Anyways, I almost cried. Fireworks started happening. So we got to see the fireworks in the Magical Kingdom, and it literally goes across the entire park. It's not like Disneyland where it's just behind the castle. No, it's literally across the entire park, and it was amazing. Just to see it from our hotel room, it was amazing. That hotel, I would go stay there. I don't know if I would try out another hotel because I already had the best experience. Why change? Don't fix what's broke, right? Don't fix what's not broke. Oh my God. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Anyway, let's move on to day 1. Like I said, I booked us Magical Kingdom. That way we didn't have to think about how we were going to get there. We were like already there basically. And my Disney bound, of course, was Vanellope Von Schweetz because we were going on Tron first. Tron was a highly anticipated ride, obviously. It's new and everyone's raving about it, and it was really fun. We also went on the Little Mermaid ride. We went and saw Mickey's PhilharMagic, yeah. That one, I love those ones. I love the shows. Like, yes, we got to go on the rides, but I really prioritize the shows. So this isn't really like about rides and getting to get on as many rides as possible, because I definitely didn't do that. I got on the most important rides and I saw my shows that I wanted to see. At the Crystal Palace, which is where you get to meet Winnie Pooh and friends, which was really cool. And then we got to go to the parade. Oh, it's so overwhelmed by everything that Disney World offers compared to Disneyland, because Disney World, the castle, is a big stage. So they had this amazing show before the parade. I think it was before and after the parade, but I saw it before the parade. So we got like good standing to see the show, and then we just stayed there because we were like, oh, the parade's coming. So we just stayed there and hung out, but it was so hot. Oh my god. Like, look at this. Luckily we got umbrellas just to block the sun out of our face, because the sun pounding on you is, oh my god, it gets so hot. But then it started raining. Natural Florida fashion, you know, it started raining and then the parks got a little bit empty. Now, we did hit a little bit of jet lag because we went back to our hotel and I straight passed out. Passed out for an hour or two, and then we went back to the Magical Kingdom and it was raining still. We had a dinner reservation at Be Our Guest where we got to meet the beast, and oh my, it was the most magical place ever. And a lot of the rides were shutting down, but luckily we went on the ones that I wanted to. You know, like I said, we did Tron, Ariel. I loved it. The Little Mermaid is one of my favorites, so I made sure we went on that. I wish we got to meet her, but I'm also like, I don't want to wait in lines to meet the characters. So yeah, we went on the Barnstormer. It's like Goofy's ride. It was really fun. Surprisingly, it was really fun. It's definitely made for kids, but it was really fun for still being allowed during the rain. It was awesome. We got to walk around Disney with virtually nobody there, because obviously once it starts raining, people start to leave. So the fireworks still went on, and because we were waiting on our reservation, we were kind of in the middle of the park. We weren't in front of the castle where you normally want to watch it. So we were seeing fireworks. Oh my god, it was so cool. I feel like if you're there for a couple days or so at the Magical Kingdom and you plan on watching the fireworks both nights, watch it from the view of the castle, but also get a view like the next day or whatever in the middle of the fireworks, because it's fireworks everywhere. You hear the sound. It was amazing. It was amazing. We did that. Day 2, we went to EPCOT. I planned EPCOT. Now, this was one of the biggest mistakes because it was the first park that we went to that wasn't literally where we were. We had to drive to it or catch a bus or somehow get there. And I made a reservation for 9 in the morning. Don't do that unless you know how to get places. Like, I'm going to tell you right now. So hopefully if you plan on doing that and you've watched this video, I helped you out and you prepared for it and didn't do what I did, because we didn't know how we were going to get to EPCOT. We waited until that day to figure it out. So you're like, all right, there's buses. We could take a bus. We went to go stand on the bus line for a while. And every single bus was going to like Hollywood Studios. And then a random one would go to Animal Kingdom. And I'm like, where's EPCOT? We need to go to EPCOT. And it was getting like, I started freaking out. I was like, oh my God, we're going to miss our reservation. Oh my God. I'm not going to be able to meet the princesses at the Princess Storybook Dining at this place that I can't really pronounce, but it was in Norway. Oh my gosh. It was magical. We literally just made it in time for our reservation. And how we did that, took a taxi. Just get a taxi or Uber, whatever. Just do it. If you can put it in your budget, do it. It is the fastest, easiest way to get around. Just do it. Don't wait on the bus. They say the bus schedules is up. It's not. So we got to the Princess Storybook Dining. I got to meet all the princesses. I had a little princess mimosa with like glitter in it. It was really good too. We counted that as our drinking around the world drink, because you do go to Norway. And I got us these things from Etsy, and it has our name on them, and you get to fill out what drink you got at each place. We had so much fun drinking around the world. but I had a whole plan on how we were gonna do that, okay? So we go to breakfast. I was like, all right, we gotta get food in our system so that way we're not crazy walking around Disney World or walking around Epcot. I was like, all right, let's start with food and then let's go hit up the Guardians ride first. So I made sure, oh, I forgot to mention, yes, every single morning I got us the Genie Plus because I was like, I ain't messing with no lines if I don't have to, you know? So I booked us right in the morning, Guardians. I was like, all right, we're going Guardians at like 11 a.m. or 12, whatever I booked it for in timely fashion to make sure we had enough time to like walk there and, you know, after eating. Went on the Cosmic Rewind. Then it was time to go around the world, test out some of these drinks. And somehow we did it. One thing I suggest while doing the drinking around the world is get your AC breaks. Whether you go through the shops to actually browse and shop, or literally just to walk through the shops for some AC, or you can go watch, like we started with Canada. We went Canada and then ended at Mexico because I read somewhere that that's the safe route and take it easy. I didn't want to start strong with a tequila shot. So call me whatever you want. I started in Canada and we got to see the Canada showcase where we had and honestly, the Canada drink, it was like this maple. Here, I have it right here in my little handy dandy thing that I got on Etsy. Oh, the Ottawa apple. Oh my God, it was so good and so refreshing. We went to the Canada showcase inside and it's this 360 view of Canada. And it was so nice and cool. Like we were already hot. It was probably only like 12 p.m. but it was blazing hot outside. And I'm from Vegas and I still thought it was hot. And I was in, I forgot. My Disney bound was ELSA. I loved it. I was in freaking sports bra and a skirt. And I was still so freaking, there's also a Belle sing-along, Beauty and the Beast sing-along. That was so much fun. I love doing the sing-alongs. When we went to the UK, we went to all the shops and it was so fun. Like you literally feel like you're in the UK. Like they really did a really good job theming each world. Somewhere around after America, we started walking back around the map. I made us walk all the way back to the Coral Reef for a dining reservation where you get to like sit and you get to watch the aquarium, which I thought was so cool. And I'm so glad we did it because it was also raining during that time. And of course, we are avid pin collectors. Like here's one of my favorite pins right here. Look at that. If you don't know who that is, it's King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. We were doing a lot of pin trading and stopping at a lot of the shops and hanging out. You know, I wasn't really stressing rides. Not that there's a lot of rides at Epcot. I mean, there's Remy, which I did not make time for on this trip. It wasn't a priority of mine because the line is just so long. If you don't book it in time, like early in the day, it's not gonna happen. And we had park hoppers. We had plans to go to a different park after we finished drinking around the world, okay? Drinking around the world, we did the shows like the Canada World Showcase, the sing-alongs, and then it was time to finish our drinking around the world day. And what best place to finish it at? Oga's Cantina in Hollywood Studios. So we went and checked out Hollywood Studios and it was so, I was just in awe. I was like, we're just chilling. We're at Hollywood Studios. Technically, we literally just went to Star Wars. We went straight to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge just to go to, and just hung out at Oga's Cantina the rest of the night. We were like, it's time to go home. It's time to tap out. We did it. We drank around the world and that was fun. The only thing that I missed was all my Frozen dreams because I couldn't find the place to meet Anna and Elsa. And of course, the Frozen Ever After line was way too long. And like I said, the booking on the Genie Plus, I was booking other stuff, so I couldn't like book that one because I knew we would want to go later. I didn't want to go like in the middle of drinking. Now, day 3. If you are a smart human being and you guesstimate what you're going to feel like, I planned for us to go to Animal Kingdom. Now, not to say that nothing bad about Animal Kingdom, but it definitely wasn't a priority of mine to spend a lot of time at Animal Kingdom. So this was where I did not make us a reservation at Animal Kingdom, I was like, we're just gonna go and chill because we're most likely gonna have some sort of hangover. You're obviously gonna be moving slower than you would normally, okay? So I was like, all right, let's just go chill and go watch some animals. Now, we did go eat, and we went and ate at the Rainforest Cafe, which is just at the opening of the park, which it was honestly a nice experience. We went and got these cool pictures you get to do. Like, it was so much fun. Like a little photo booth. Yeah, it was really fun. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I have my the character dining sheets. Taking it back to day 1 at the Magical Kingdom, where we got to meet Winnie Pooh and friends. I got this little card and they all sign it, and it's so nice and so pretty. And I got one from the Beast at the Be Our Guest Castle. Yeah, that's so cool. Look at it, it's so pretty. This was what I got when I walked into my hotel room because it's my birthday, and they said, oh, so cool. I felt super special. Oh, also taking it back to day 2 at the, and you get this, where all the princesses sign it. Day 3, like I said, we went to Animal Kingdom and ate at the Rainforest Cafe. The Rainforest Cafe was really nice and refreshing because, like I said, we just had a full day of drinking around the world at EPCOT the day before. Took a lot of breaks walking through the stores just to be in some AC away from the sun because the sun gets really hot. Oh, we went on the Bugs Life ride. Oh man, I was having flashbacks from being a kid and the little spiders. Oh my god, you know what I'm talking about. Then I made sure I got us a reservation through the Genie Plus, of course, to the Kilimanjaro Safaris, where we got to see the lions and some giraffes. It was pretty fun. It was a nice little ride. And they literally drove in water. It was a little break. I does this thing that was the animation experience at the conservation station. Okay, the conservation station, you don't know how to get there? I was having such a hard time. I was figuring it out and I was like, oh no, I planned this out. It's already, our reservation already started because you have an hour when you book it on Genie Plus. And I was like, oh my god, and apparently you have to travel to it on a bus or something. So luckily I figured that out and I was like, all right, we're just gonna go watch this animation thing and it's gonna be super fun. Take a nap. That's not what it was. It was where you get to draw a character with an actual artist drawing as well. I was able to finish mine, but Josh, he got the head and the eyes. I felt bad, but I was like, hey, it's okay. This was supposed to be your nap time, you know? It was time to start heading out, but I wanted to make sure we had time to hit Dino Land, which Josh loves dinosaurs. So I was like, all right, let's go on this ride, even though I'm super scared. I was so scared on every single ride we went on, but more scared of this one. You were in the dark a lot. You had no idea what was gonna happen. And then in that shot that they take, of course, you're in pitch black start, and then all of a sudden there's a T-Rex in front of your face. It was a lot of fun, but it was very scary. So after we hitched up some time at Dino Land, I was like, all right, it's time to head over to Hollywood Studios. So we actually had some time before our reservation at the Sci-Fi Diner, which was such a cool experience. Because we had some time, I found where you got to meet Star Wars characters. And you could choose between R2-D2, Darth Vader, and Chewie. And at that time, R2-D2, or was it BB? It was BB-8. BB-8 had the lowest, and I was like, oh, I want to meet BB-8 so bad. But I was like, my Disney bound, I was dressed as Chewie. And I had my Chewie ears on, so I was like, no, I gotta go meet Chewie. He's the second shortest, because obviously Darth Vader was gonna be the longest line. So all right, let's go wait for Chewie before our ride. And then we got in line, and I'm pretty sure I got in line in 30 minutes. So I was like, all right, we're just gonna wait 30 minutes. Our reservation is in 45 minutes, so it's plenty of time. And then it honestly took a little bit longer and I would start freaking out, but I was like, we're literally at the front, I think. We're literally about to meet Chewie, but we also might miss our reservation. But I was like, I don't care. I want to see Chewie as my Chewie Disney bound. Because obviously we went to Animal Kingdom and I was like, he's an animal. It worked for both parks. Then it was time to go to our Sci-Fi Dine-In, which it was so amazing, and it took you back to the days where, you drive up to a theater in the middle of the casino parking lot, and you just watch a movie in your car with a little radio. Cool. All these old cartoons were playing. And of course, we got Phantasmic tickets, which was like one of the main reasons why I got that reservation. I was like, all right, then we're going to go see Phantasmic. So while we were waiting for Phantasmic, we went and got to see the Frozen sing-along. And I was like crying and singing along the entire time. There was a bunch of little kids there and I just could not handle it. I'm high-key a Frozen 2 fan. Like I prefer Frozen 2 over Frozen, but I still obviously know all the words to Frozen. I'm obsessed with Elsa. And the presenters, the narrators were so funny. Then it was time for Phantasmic, and of course all the princesses had their moments. Mickey had his moment. My favorite Mickey is Sorcerer's Mickey. The whole animated short of Sorcerer's Mickey, I love it in Fantasia. Ugh, the whole Phantasmic show, I loved it. And we had these cool little light up drinks. It was amazing. Hollywood Studios is my favorite park at Disney World, and we haven't even gotten to the main day that I prioritized it. Day 3, we are going back to the Magical Kingdom. I was Disney bounding as the Little Mermaid today, and I booked us a character dining reservation at, that's right, the fairy tale dining at the castle. And I think Josh got a sword, and I was like, I don't care if we're too old for this, but we're not. Anyway, it was so cool, and the food, oh my God, the food was so good. This day we went on the Jungle Cruise, which was really fun and cool. The person driving the boat was so witty with their jokes. Shortly after that, I was like, all right, we did a little bit of traveling around. Some of the rides were getting closed. We were coming back to Magical Kingdom, so I wasn't really like pressuring, and we'd already gone on, like we already went on Tron. So I was like, I'm okay if we like go, because we know we're coming back for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, which was going to be the next day. So I was like, all right, we need to go back to EPCOT. There are things we missed at EPCOT. I need to go on Frozen Ever After. So I was like, all right, let's go. So we went to EPCOT. I didn't give us any other reservation, but we went on the Nemo ride, which I love Nemo so much. We went to the aquarium. The aquarium was so much fun. We spent a lot of time there. We sat for some Turtle Crush talk. Then it was time. Back to Hollywood Studios. After Phantasmic, I was like, well, what do? We're just gonna go. We just looked through the shops, you know. And Disney trading, like I said, we really liked the Disney pin trading. There's this show that I didn't know about and didn't see, because you know I'm on the app all day scrolling and trying to plan out what are we going on next, what are we gonna go see, are we gonna go on a ride, or are we gonna go see a show, like which one are we doing? I didn't see this show, Disney Movie Magic, where you get to see it across all of the buildings in the main. It was movie magic. It was amazing. Back in order. And it was time. I needed to go on Frozen Ever After. I couldn't find the place where you get to meet Anna and Elsa because it's hidden. So I'm going to tell you right now. You go out and it's right there, because I got really upset with like, what the heck? Why is it hidden? Anyways, it's time to go on Frozen Ever After. I could not book us a ride even though I had Genie Plus, because it was literally already booked up. No more reservations could be made. So I was like, all right, I'm sorry, Josh. I'm standing in this line. You can stand with me or not, but I'm waiting in this line. And of course, he stayed with me. Like, all right, I'm gonna go get us like croissants or something at the little Norway shop right there. So it's like, okay, sweet, because this is gonna be a long line. We literally waited in that line 90 minutes, but it was so worth it. This ride is amazing. I'm like, Elsa. Let it go. And then there was a show there too, a nighttime show. That's how we ended our night. It was kind of early, so we were like, do we go back to MGK or do we just go home and get some sleep? Because the next day was my birthday. And I told Josh, we are rope dropping at least one of these days. So I was like, all right, we need to wake up early, so we should probably get home early. Like, we successfully rope dropped Hollywood Studios, and You have no idea. So of course I read up on what you should like run to, right? So Genie Plus Day, okay, Hollywood Studios. I was like, we're getting on all the rides we want because this is like the best park, right? So the first one that I booked was Rise of the Resistance because I was like, no way am I missing that one. So I made sure I booked us at Rise of the Resistance at like at 11 a.m. or something like that. So it gave us plenty of time, and I raced to Toy Story Land because everyone goes to the Slinky Dog ride. And by the time we got there, literally we rope dropped. We were there 4 minutes after we were literally able to. We raced there. And it was already like an hour wait, and we were like, never mind. So we went on all the other Toy Story. We literally went on all the other rides, the Toy Story Mania one, and we also went on the teacups one. We're spinning with the aliens, which is my favorite. I love the spinning aliens rides. They're so cool. Then we went over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We did the Millennium Falcon ride, which was so fun, but of course our pilot was a kid, so I think we did like mid. I think we were like it's like a 7 out of 10 because I was yelling at him the entire time. Press the buttons. Oh, it was absolutely insane. But it was so much fun. We literally did it. We of course got some blue milk. Then it was time to go on Rise of Resistance, which is the best ride ever. Always have a grand old time at that ride. Then the next ride that I booked us with Genie Plus was the Runaway Railway, Mickey's Runaway Railway. And you get to see these celebrities where they like put their handprints in it. That ride was actually like, I was like, what's all the hype behind this? Like, it's the longest wait if you don't get the Genie Plus. Like, honestly, unless you know that that's gonna be like your favorite ride, you need the Genie Plus to get in that line because it was like it's like the Rise of Resistance. It's like a 2-hour wait if you don't get the Genie Plus. Then it was time for lunch. Now lunch, it was my birthday, and I was like, I see all these TikTok videos of how cool the Roundup Rodeo is at Toy Story Land. So that's what I did. I went and got to experience that. What happens when Sid walks into the room and you have to freeze? It was so much fun, and because that was my actual birthday day, that was the day that I planned to get myself a cake. Now, because I did plan it out myself, I didn't tell Josh, so at least it was a surprise for Josh that I got the white chocolate cake because that's the only chocolate that I would actually eat. It was actually really good and so much fun. They sang to me and everything. It was so crazy. I highly recommend it for anyone that really likes the vibes. That was so fun. Then it was time to go see everything else. We got to see the Indiana Jones. Oh, I had time to go back to the Millennium Falcon and of course make my burpee video because that's what I do. I'm a CrossFitter. I gotta do my birthday burpees. That's what they're called. Then it was time. We went to go see the Indiana show. We saw Beauty and the Beast live, which was amazing, which was a nice little, both of those places had like fans and misters on you. So great little breaks when it gets really hot in the middle of the day. It was really nice. Then it was time to go back to the hotel and get ready for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And I went as Emma Swan, and Josh went as Killian Jones from Once Upon a Time. And when we showed up in those outfits, everyone was going crazy. They were like, oh my god, we never see this. Best costume. And Josh actually got like the best spookiest costume. So I was like, I feel like the person that gave you that didn't know who you were, because I don't know if you would consider Killian Jones, aka Captain Hook, spooky, but I guess we made it look spooky. It was so much fun. I obviously prioritized the shows, but we did go on the Mad Tea Party. I love the teacup rides. I don't care. And the Halloween vibe, they changed it. It was all Halloween colors. It was so much fun. Then we went on the Seven Dwarfs roller coaster, which I heard so many things. I was like, all right, let's go wait in this line because you don't get to have Genie Plus during the party. So yeah, I had to actually wait in lines. Luckily, they're not that long of lines. And then we went to the Monsters Inc. Laugh, and Josh kept getting called out. Like I said, he had a really good costume. And then we watched the fireworks show, the Hocus Pocus show on stage. So magical. It was amazing. It was amazing. Some treats, some special Halloween treats we did try. And then we ended it at the Haunted Mansion ride. That was the ride I chose. We literally raced to it. After the parade, we closed out the park on the Haunted Mansion ride. That's it. That's my trip. Oh, my Disney bound. For that day, because it was my birthday, I was like, I'm going comfy. And I wore this shirt from Imperial Merch Co. And of course I wore my Chewy ears again. And I wore this cool Halloween pumpkin with glow in the dark Darth Vader. I opted out of bringing my lightsaber. Sorry for those of you that are sticking around this long that know that I do some lightsaber spinning. I did bring my lightsabers, but I was like, I don't want to walk around with them. Disney World is so much bigger than Disneyland. It's like, I didn't have like, maybe if I spaced out my days more. And I do recommend that you do not do what I did and do park hopping. I think it would have been a grand old time if we stayed at one park per day. It would have been a lot better. I might have actually been able to experience all of Animal Kingdom, but gone on the Avatar ride. But at the same time, we didn't go on the Avatar ride because we were like, we don't really feel like rides because, like I said, that was the day after drinking around the world. So all in all, that's what we did. It wasn't like probably the best way to do Disney World. I had a blast and I would do it differently next time. Not that I regret it. I don't regret it. It's like a one-time thing, you know, where I prioritize the character dining, which character dining does take up a lot of time. So next time I would probably prioritize just experiencing walking around Disney World, getting on more of the rides and the shows that I missed out on, because I know I missed some of them, even though I did prioritize the shows. Yeah, if you're still watching, thanks. Like button, maybe even a subscribe, because I will be doing a Universal Studios one as well, which I'll link here once it's popped up, once it's posted, because that's next, because I did go immediately after this. The next day we check out of our hotel of the Grand Floridian and we go and check in at the Hard Rock Hotel, where we stayed literally walking distance from Universal Studios. Stay tuned for that. Oh, also we did get to go on the Aerosmith ride, which I really didn't want to. I'm scared of roller coasters. I do end up going on them and enjoying them and want to go again. I booked it. I didn't tell Josh because I was like, just in case I like chickened out, but I didn't. We went on it and it's the picture. It was very scary.